Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And how are you all this morning? Good. Well, I have a guest with me today from an organization that is near and dear to both of our hearts. Okay. It is Rotary International. And we are going to tell you a little bit about Rotary International, our local club, and all the great things that our local club does in this community that you probably have no idea about. Joe, anyway, let me just tell you a little bit about Joe. Welcome. And let me give you a disclaimer right up front. Joe put this whole thing together. It is absolutely fantastic. You're going to really enjoy it. When Roxy asked me if I could do something about the local Rotary Club, I turned to Joe and she came. She always says yes, and that's all part of what Rotary is.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So Joe is a retired teacher. She's married to Norm. Norm is our club secretary. Joe is our club treasurer, and she collects our dues. So, Joe,
look at this.
there's my dues.
All right.
The mission of Rotary is to provide service to others, promote integrity and advance world understanding, goodwill, peace through the fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders.
It's a mouthful.
It is. And this is fairly new, the vision statement.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change. We're going to show you things that we do, how we've done that across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves as people.
Right.
But one of the tenets of Rotary is that we believe and live our lives under the four-way test that a fellow Rotarian many years ago wrote, because he had a business that was foundering and was on the brink of being bankrupt. And he sat down and thought about the way he handled the business and how he could get it back up. And he developed this four-way test for his business. And here it is. Is it the truth? When you tell them the truth when you talk to people. Is it fair to all concerned? We all know about fairness and unfairness in business and life and things like that. So is it fair? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Okay, here we're trying to build goodwill and better friendships, right? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? We recite that in our meetings at the end of the meeting as we go out into the world as Rotarians. Rotary has been dedicated to causes that build international relationships, improve lives, create a better world to support our peace efforts, and end polio forever. So, okay, thanks. So these are the areas in which Rotary works, develops programs, encourages Rotary clubs to get involved with at a local level and international level, and you'll see all about how we do things internationally too. Peace building and conflict prevention at 12 o'clock, at 2 o'clock. Disease prevention and treatment, polio. Water, sanitation and hygiene. Maternal and child health. Basic education and literacy. Community economic development, and the environment. So we have a local Rotary Club here that both Joe and I belong to. We meet at IHOP restaurant down the street here at 7:30 a.m. on Friday mornings. And we have about 40 members at the moment. The club was chartered in 1985 as the Suntree Pioneer Rotary Club, but as Suntree grew, we dropped Pioneer off and just made it the Suntree Rotary Club. Some of you may remember we've done a bus ride down to Rotary Park, and this is what's down in Rotary Park. And Rotary Park was one of the major initiatives that our club. What happens in the meetings are that we begin at 7:30 with an invocation every time. We then do the Pledge of Allegiance. We then go into what's called Sergeant at Arms, and he's a gentleman or a lady that, that takes that particular position and raises some money from the club meetings by making sure, let's say, by giving out fines for certain things, like if you were late.
We just have fun. If you're wearing a pair of shorts,
Right.
you're gonna have fun.
If
If you're wearing blue, you'll have a fine. And it's all in fun.
Right. Yeah.
But it raises money too.
It raises money.
One of the things that we do,
We
is
sing.
we sing a patriotic song right after the pledge.
Yeah.
But also, if we have guests who come, would any of you come to one of our meetings and you would be a guest and we would all stand up and you would sit down and we would sing you this song. Are you ready?
Yeah. We welcome you, indeed we do, deep in the south of Suntree. We hope your day will be okay, since you came to Suntree. If you'd like to meet with a club that's neat, you'll have a ball at Suntree. If you don't get fined, you will next time. So please come back to Suntree.
Our signature fundraiser every year, and we do this in the fall. Great Taste of Suntree. What happens is local restaurants will donate their time and their food and come to our location, give out samples of their food to all the paying participants. Okay, so they help us raise money for the good work that we do. Money that we raise, we don't keep. We turn it right back over into the community. So last year we were able to give $8,000 to the Boys and Girls Clubs. Every year our district runs from Titusville all the way down to Boca Raton. We have all our clubs get together for a conference. This year our district governor said, let's do it on a cruise. Ooh. So we all went on a cruise out of Port Canaveral for 3 days, down to the Bahamas. It was a fun cruise, I tell you. But we did community service while we were there. We went to one of the parks down in the Bahamas. We spent a day there picking up trash in their nature center.
That was nice.
We also do something in the fall around Christmas time where we do Souls for Souls. How many of you have a closet full of shoes that you don't wear? I have bags of them. We collect them
At Rotary Park.
On a Saturday morning, and we package them up and send them to Souls for Souls, and that organization repackages them and ships them to countries, people who don't have footwear. Okay? A Christmas party. This is something that happens on a Saturday. Neil is our wonderful photographer and organizer. What we do is to provide breakfast. We have little activities and games and that kind of thing. We have songs, we sing Christmas carols. We have a couple of hymns.
And the idea is to give the caregivers time off, right?
On a Saturday. It's not normally open on Saturday at all. So, for example, if you've got a loved one who needs care, and they spend the day at Joe's Club during the week, well, on a weekend they can't, except this one day where we provide an opportunity for the caregivers to drop their loved one off, and then they can go, say, do Christmas shopping or something.
We get to interact with all of the residents and their helpers and play games.
And then everybody gets a chance to sit on Santa's lap.
That's a good.
Yeah, and then Neil takes their picture. And
Goes
then,
down to Walgreens.
and then rushes down to Walgreens and get them all printed so that each participant can go home with their picture with Santa. And every so often we have an organization or a person who comes to one of our meetings and says, you know what, we need something. Our organization needs something. At this particular point, the woman in the maroon blouse, she belonged to Eckerd Connects, and they were going to be doing Thanksgiving dinner preparation and needed some extra food donations for them to be able to do that. And so our club members said, okay, and brought in some food, and we collected some. We have RILA scholarships. Students who attend RILA, which is a Rotary Youth Leadership Awards program. High school juniors and seniors go to a camp for 3 days. They do leadership training, cooperative activities, and that kind of thing. And this gentleman who's sitting there with the paper in his hand has initiated the scholarship that our club gives to anyone who has participated in RILA. They have to write an essay, they have to be interviewed. This was the interview process. Yep. And so we awarded 3 students $1,000 scholarships this year. We don't only focus on our local community, but we have focused on international community. We did a service project down in La Paz, Honduras. That's not an iced tea. That's their drinking water. That's what happens when they pull out water from the local stream, okay? We found out about this, and we decided we were gonna put together and raise money. We raised about $70,000, and we went down there and we built a well. Now they have fresh water coming out of there that they can put into their buckets. So I just did this one day, and I said, well, how many estimated hours did we do during the course of the year as club members? And I came up with 780 hours. That's probably just a touch in the, drop in the bucket of how many hours we actually provided. The government says if volunteer hours is worth $34.79 an hour. So if you multiply 80 hours times that amount, you get $27,135 of volunteer hour value. So thank you for listening to all of that.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Questions to ask Joe or to ask Neil?
Mona?
Okay, what about Second Harvest? Do you do anything with that group? And then the Feed the Children, I did a race with Feed the Children out at Vera High School.
I'm not familiar with.
We're glad that
You have
those
you
things.
do, I mean, you said, so you do races.
Well, we haven't, you mean a road race?
Yeah, do it through Running Zone.
Oh, okay.
We did that many years ago.
In our group of people that aren't gonna be able to go out in the field and help you, what kind of activities do you do with assisted living facilities?
You know what? I haven't.
Any
This
ideas?
is our first.
Well, right. Yeah, can you think of anything?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Might take a
Let me
long
know.
time.
Mona, let me know if you come up with anything or anyone else comes up with
Well,
anything.
you know, a lot of people have extra, not just the shoes, but jewelry and things.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of us donate to Angels in the Attic.
Right, right.
So,
And then the rest of us go back out there and buy their stuff.
So if you have if you go to Publix or Walmart, especially at this time of year, and want to pick up some extra school supplies, let Neil know we're collecting school supplies right now to give to the boys and girls at Temple Terrace. So if that's something that you can
Yes,
do
I
and
think
coordinate that
yes.
together kind of thing. Yes.
Do you accept cash donations for people
Absolutely.
who can't get out to buy
Absolutely.
the supplies?
Absolutely.
And then you can,
I'm developing a new website. It's going to be up and live on Friday, and there's going to be a donate button.
charitable tax deferred.
Exactly, tax deductible, because we're a 501c3.
some printouts that we could have of things that we can donate throughout the year.
Okay.
Something like that, so we can like keep that in our apartment and see what's happening and say, okay, oh, they're doing that, like the school boxes
Yes.
or the Christmas boxes.
Right.
And we can you know, and we have a good contact here.
Yes,
We have
yes.
Neil.
Could you please close today and sing the Rotary song for all of us, please?
Okay,
Here we go.
Rotary, that spells Rotary. Rotary is known on land and sea, from east to west, from north to south. Da 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 da. Rotary, that spells Rotary.
Bravo!